So I've now come down a level. You can see these steps we've just walked down, and we have this massive rose arch, but it's very out of control. This will also be coming down, which is a shame in some ways, but we are going to be planting a lot of honeysuckle and rambling roses and climbing roses, both here but also along the side on the garage at the back. At the minute there's a grapevine. So again, just gives you an idea. It's a reasonable sized garden for the UK. So this pathway leads down to our back door, if you like, and you get your bearings to the back. The rest of the back garden's up there, and what you'll see straight in front of us here is, I think it's called laurel. You'll also learn that I'm not one of these people to start giving the whole Latin name for everything. I'm not good at that, but this laurel, it looks impressive, and you'll find it in a lot of modern estates. And the reason it's there is because it grows quickly and it offers a nice screen. The problem is it doesn't offer much in the way of wildlife haven, if you like. You might get the odd insects in there obviously, but it doesn't protect birds, doesn't allow much to grow, and it's quite a sterile plant. So we used to have the laurel here, but we actually ripped it out. Two things happened. The first one was we found that we have a lot more light into our kitchen, which was great, but also the reason we've ripped it out, we've planted it with a hedge. Now this hedge was planted February 2020, and it's called the stewardship hedge. It's got dog rose, it's got blackthorn, it's got field maple, amongst other things. And the idea is that this is a mixture of wildlife friendly plants. When they grow together, you'll still get a screen, but insects will love it, birds will love it, and it gives that protection. It's going to take a while to grow and create that screen. This is obviously just over a year's growth, but as you can see, it's looking not bad as a starting point, and it's starting to grow nicely. We also have an awful lot of, well, these are Mexican fleabane daisies. I love them actually, and they're proliferating everywhere. We do cut them back in the winter, but they have come back stronger each year, which is great to see. We get them a lot around our estate. This is just by our garage, and if I move across to the wall, you can see we have a nice abundance here, but we've also got a little bit of ivy. Now we try and keep the ivy here under control just because we don't want it destroying the driveway. And then if we just carry on down, you can see we have an awful lot more Mexican fleabane, but it's really nice nectar for the insects and cover for insects as well. So quite often we'll see birds rooting in there, trying to see if they can get any food. As you can see here, as we speak, we have a nice bee feeding on some nectar here in September, so it's obviously doing its job. Finally, we have this lovely hornbeam in our front garden. The only problem with this is it's far too big for the area that it's in. It does provide some shelter, and you can probably hear some robins singing in the tree at the minute, but it's just too big for the area. The plan will be to remove this, but to plant a rowan tree, which will give shelter as well, but it'll be a more appropriate size for the front garden, but it will also give berries and to the wildlife to be able to feast on in the late autumn.